Welcome back. It's a recipe that's sure to hit the spot when you and your family have worked up a big appetite. Joining us in the studio today is Chef Michele Mussel. Michele, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me again.
Hey, tell us what kind of sandwich you're working on here.
I'm going to put together a braised eye-round sandwich. It's a garlic, tomato, basil toasted sandwich. It is so good.
All things I like.
Yeah, it's got fresh basil, fresh tomatoes, garlic, mayonnaise, all the good stuff that you put together. First thing I'm going to start off with is about 1.5 pounds of eye-round steak. Okay. For the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to take the one steak. Sure. Here, just one eye-round. Yep. And I'm going to, I've got 2 teaspoons of garlic here. Okay. And to that I'm going to add just a little bit of my black pepper. Pepper, all right. So I'm going to make this into a rub for the steak. Oh, okay. Outstanding. And then just press it to I'm going to press it to the outside of the steak. Outstanding. Just garlic and pepper, pretty simple. Real simple. Okay. So just do some of this. Yeah. Just kind of spread it around like that. Outstanding. It smells good. Yeah, doesn't it? I love garlic. Okay, so we've got that all set. Okay. So I'm going to... And you do that typically to both sides? Yep, yep. Okay. So actually, an easy trick that I like to do is I'm going to go ahead and place this in my hot nonstick skillet. Sure. Okay. Like this. That side down, yeah. So while this is browning, I'm going to go ahead and add rub to my other side. Gotcha. Okay. So that way... Even faster. To me, it's faster and kind of, it's actually less messy. I'm not handling the meat, and then I don't have to necessarily wash my hands in between. And good point. So it works just fine. Okay. And then while this is browning, I'm going to go ahead and make our garlic basil mayonnaise. All right. Okay. So I've got 1/2 cup of reduced fat mayonnaise. Ah, healthy. Okay. Yep. It's very much so. It's a lot lighter than regular mayonnaise, and you really can't tell the difference. So I've got that. I'm going to add to that 1/4 cup of freshly chiffonade basil. I won't even attempt to say that, all right? So I'm going to just add that to it. But I remember how you did that. You rolled the basil leaves up and cut them. That was You're a quick study. I'm telling you. I'm going to learn this yet. And then I'm going to add to this just a teaspoon of minced garlic here. And you can back off or add more depending on how much garlic you like. I like a lot of garlic, so that's good stuff. I'm just going to mix this up. Gotcha. I'm actually going to season this with a little bit of pepper too. Okay. I like a little pepper in my mayonnaise. You bet. So. Okay. Now how many sandwiches will that make then? This will make 4 sandwiches. Okay. Actually, about 6. About 6 sandwiches. Yeah. That's great. Okay. So while this is, I'm going to go ahead and check this. Yeah. We've got a little bit of browning going on. All right. Yeah. Okay. Medium heat, thereabouts? About medium. Okay. And this will take just a couple minutes on each side, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water. Oh, because I'm actually going to braise this cut. Okay. Okay, this cut needs a little bit of gentle heat. Braising allows the fibers in the steak or a roast like that to break down. Really? And it's actually tenderizing. Okay. I'm just going to add a little bit of this to the skillet. You don't want to add too much liquid. Okay. You're not going to cover it or anything, just enough to kind of... I am going to cover it. Gotcha. Okay. So I would go ahead and put 4 of my, steaks in here. Skillet, yep. And I would cover it and turn my heat down to low. I see. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside. Okay. Because, of course, the magic of TV. I already have steaks already braised for you. Outstanding. You're always prepared. So, got that. All right. Okay, so, and now this garlic mayonnaise, you can actually do it a day ahead. Oh, okay. And it would actually be better because it gets more intensified. Wow, okay. So I'm going to remove this out of our way. Sure. And what I'm going to do is then with this, I'm going to spread. Oh, it becomes a sandwich spread then. I see. Absolutely. You don't put it on the meat. Gotcha. Yep, nope, you don't put it on the meat. Gotcha. So I'm going to spread this on my roll. Yep. Both sides. Smells great. This. And I'm actually then going to broil this. Oh, okay. So what you're going to do is create just kind of a hot spread, and it's going to just kind of melt it into the bread. Oh, wow. Okay. So, of course, as you know, as a magic of TV, I have some in the broiler already for you. That's right. So I'm going to go grab those right now. Fantastic. my gosh, wait till you smell them.
Wow, that's kind of bubbled up almost like cheese.
Yeah. Doesn't that smell
Those
great?
are delicious. Yeah.
Delicious.
Yeah.
So to this, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set this aside, actually.
Okay.
Get this out of my way.
Now we're going to slice our beef.
Yep. Yep. I'm going to take one of my steaks.
That smells great. I love garlic and basil. So
these have been braised. They're nice and tender.
Okay.
And again, this is a really lean cut, so it makes a really great sandwich. So I'm going to actually slice this across the grain.
Okay.
Now, not only have I braised this to tenderize it, you always want to slice beef across the grain.
Gotcha. Makes it easier to look at that. That looks tender.
And I'm actually going to slice it about 1/4 of an inch thick.
Okay.
I don't want it too thick, but I also don't want it too thin.
Right. That's great.
Does
nice
this look
and
delicious?
Pink. That looks great, yeah. I suppose you could use any other steak if you wanted to as well.
Oh, yeah. And actually, this is a perfect sandwich to use any leftover steak.
Right, perfect.
So if you've had just a great T-bone and you had the strip steak part, but you have the tenderloin left,
perfect.
Slice up that tenderloin and put it on this sandwich.
Great lunch recipe.
So I'm going to go ahead and take one side of this.
Okay.
I'm going to lay... Actually, I'm going to start with some tomatoes. I'm going to give it a little bit of a base.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to add some color.
Yeah.
I'm going to lay out my tomatoes here.
Tomatoes are good and healthy.
And then I'm going to add my beef.
Good lean eye-around beef steak. That's perfect. Oop.
Oops.
It'll stand up
there.
It's
a little wobbly. And then I'm going to pull from my bowl here some really great fresh basil leaves.
You're going to put...
So this is actually,
exactly,
it's going to emphasize that fresh basil flavor even more.
That's great.
So just lay that across.
It does look like a great sandwich.
I'm going to put my lid back on here.
Look at that, and hearty sandwich. And
my gosh, yes.
This is what we have when we get all done, it looks like, while you're cutting that one, huh?
Yep, super colorful.
Oh, yeah.
Delicious, it smells great.
That's outstanding. It does smell absolutely wonderful.
This is here. That help me out.
How's that? Yeah, nice and warm. I'm going to try that. That just smells great.
So what do you think?
That is outstanding.
Yeah.
This is going to be a recipe at Kersey, Colorado. That really is good.
Yeah, I imagine any guest that would come over to your house would definitely demand that recipe.
I love that. For details on this great recipe, visit our website at cattlemen2cattlemen.org. This is absolutely wonderful.